look at Satellite Blues from Stiff Upper Lip. So this one isn't standard tuning. Now Malcolm won't come in on this one for about 45 seconds into the song, which indicates the start of the first chorus. He will play this D chord, will be the first chord that he plays before the chorus starts. Alright, so let's take a look at the main riff for the chorus. Alright, so that's open A and D to A twice, open A and D, slight pause to open A and D to A twice, and then A once, open A and D once to A twice. Okay, now we're going to move to this D chord, and we're going to play D to G. Now when we get to this G chord, we're just going to move our middle finger off that third fret on that big E string, kind of like we're emulating going to this full D down here, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to lift it off and put it back on. So it's something like this. Then we're going to hit D once, G twice, D once, back to G. So all together that part will be like this. Okay, so now we're going to play the second part of the chorus. This the first part will remain the same, but then we're going to use this C chord now and transition to G, and we're going to use that C chord and lift that middle finger off the third fret of the A string, kind of like we did earlier when we were playing the G and we lifted it off the third fret of the E string. So all together it'll be something like this. Alright, so now let's head into the second verse. So the chords are going to be the same, except we're going to miss that middle part there, and we're going to not let them ring out like we did in the chorus. So we're just going to have this. So that's the same. So just open A and D to A twice, open A and D twice to A twice. So, and then we have our D to our G, where we're just lifting that middle finger off that third fret of the E string, and then back to D. And we're going to play that a few times, and then we'll end on this D, and we'll need to hit that D one more time. Alright, then we head into the second chorus. And the second chorus is exactly the same in the first, but we'll look at the transition from the chorus into the chords for the guitar solo, and then the rest of this one, and there are some changes coming up. The arrangements are just a little bit different. So as we head into the guitar solo from the chorus, we're going to be playing this C to G, and then we'll eventually end on this D chord. Alright, so now the guitar solo is going to start. So Malcolm's going to play the exact same chords for the guitar solo as the chorus, except when we get to the end of the guitar solo, where instead of during the chorus we were going from the C to G, now we're just going to stay on D to G. So it'll be something like this. Okay, so as we head into the end of this one, we're going to be playing the chorus really until we get to the end, except the arrangement's just slightly different. So before, during the chorus, we were doing this. So that's the part that we're going to skip, and we're just going to go right to this C to G. So for the rest of this one, until we get to those last 4 or 5 chords, it'll be this. Alright, and then we end it with this. Alright, that's it for this one. We'll see you guys.